How could my own family member do this to me? How could she? I wish I never knew her. All this rhetorical question was coming from nwaikpa. Her husband was consoling her. It was a really tragic moment for her, a day she would never forget. Sit right back and see the reasons behind her sorrow. Chief Nzelu, a native of Nri, married two wives, Isiako and Obiagaeri. The marriage was blessed with two daughters, Isiako being the mother of Nwaikpa and Obiagaeri being the mother of Nwaori. Both women showed much love to their daughters. Chief Nzelu is a well-known palm wine tapper, whose wine can be said to be sweeter than honey. Everyone in the village prefers only his drinks. Even the king of the community buys palm wine from him. With the sale he makes from his palm wine business, he caters for the family. Nwaikpa grew up to be a very beautiful young lady, which brought so much attention from the villagers. This made Obiagaeri and Nwaori so jealous of Nwaikpa. Nothing was pleasing in the sight of Obiagaeri towards her co-wife and daughter. She sometimes caused trouble that will make Nzelu and Isiako quarrel. One fateful day, Obiagaeri visited Isiako. With her, she brought food, and she said to Isiako, "I would love if peace should be our top priority in the family. Let things go back to the way it was. Let love lead." Isiako was amazed and happy, and she said to herself, "Finally, peace and love will be back in our family once again." Meanwhile, Nwaikpa was coming back from the stream. On getting inside the house, she saw her mom lying down, and she said to her mom, "Mommy, I'm back." After a while, she noticed that her mom hasn't responded to her ever since she came back. She drew close and touched her mom. There was no sign of movement. She pushed her mom, but there was no response. She was overwhelmed with fear, and she ran out shouting for help. People near heard her voice and started rushing to the house, including Obiagaeri and her daughter Nwaori. When the villagers rushed inside the house, they confirmed Isiako dead. Nwaikpa wept uncontrollably. Nzelu was just coming back from his palm wine business. He noticed crowd in his house. He was surprised and curious. He ran inside the house and saw Isiako lying lifelessly on the bed. He called, "Isiako, Isiako," but there was no response. After so much attempts, he finally knew that the worst had happened. He came out and knelt down and began to sob. He called on his chi. Why would he allow such bad omen to befall on his household? Meanwhile, Obiagaeri was crying and rolling on the ground, calling on the gods of the land to avenge the death of Isiako. 2 months later, after the death of Isiako, life for Nwaikpa was painful and unbearable. Obiagaeri was a thorn on her flesh. She made her do all the whole chores and also starve her. Nzelu was on the go with his business in order to provide for the family financially. He never knew how cruel Obiagaeri was to Nwaikpa. Nwaori was treated like a princess with good and expensive clothes, while Nwaikpa was dressed on rags, with her hair tattered and unkempt. All these actions made Nwaikpa to cry all night, wishing her mom was alive. One fateful evening, Obiagaeri called Nwaikpa to go to the stream to fetch water for Nwaori. Nwaikpa said, "I went to the stream in the morning and there is enough water in this house." But Obiagaeri insisted that she must go to the stream. Nwaikpa left for the stream, with her feet kicking up small clouds of dust with each step. On her way, she saw two women sitting in the shade of the hut as they watched Nwaikpa pass by. Their face showed a mist of curiosity and concern. The other women exchanged a knowing glance. One of them whispered, "She has lost weight." The other woman nods in agreement. "Yes, ever since her mother passed away, she has lost her spark." The first woman said, "I remember when she was a little girl, full of energy and laughter. Now she just seems to go through the emotions." Nwaikpa was walking with a deep sadness, her eyes cast downwards. She was lost in thought. Still on her lonely road, she saw an old woman who was trying to carry firewood. The old woman asked for her help, and Nwaikpa felt pity for the old woman and helped her carry her firewood. When they reached to one part of the way, the old woman told Nwaikpa to drop the firewood, which she did. Then the woman asked what she was doing alone in this lonely road by that time of the night. Nwaikpa, with tears in her eyes, told the old woman how her stepmom sent her out to the stream to fetch some water. The old woman felt pity for her and told her that everything will be alright. The old man gave her a lamp. She told her to use the lamp while going to the stream, that it stands as a mark of identity. But Nwaikpa never understood what the old woman was trying to say. As she reached the stream, she saw an old man who was helpless, trying to draw water from the stream. Nwaikpa hurried and helped the old man draw water from the stream. The old man thanked her and asked her why she was all alone at the stream. She told the old man how her stepmom forced her out of the house to fetch water. The old man told her to draw her own water from the river. She did. When she asked the old man about his own pot of water, that she should not worry about his own pot of water, that she has done her part by helping him draw water from the river. The old man said to her, "We have seen how humble and helpful you are. Today, the spirits of the forest, river and the air will bless you today for your kind gesture you have shown us today." Nwaikpa was surprised and curious. The old man waved his hand, and from nowhere a golden clay pot appeared, and the old man told her quickly to carry it home. And the old man said, "Carry this golden pot, take it to your house. When you reach your house, open it. Do not open it on the way." Nwaikpa carried the golden clay pot and hurried back home. Meanwhile, Chief Nzelu was furious at Obiagaeri why she should send Nwaikpa to the stream by that time of the day. He said, "If anything happened to Nwaikpa, my daughter, I will make sure you regret coming into my family." All through that night, Chief Nzelu was battling with sleepless nights. No one saw or heard from Nwaikpa all through that day. Meanwhile, Obiagaeri and Nwaori were super happy that Nwaikpa has not returned from the river. "Maybe she has been eaten by a wild animal," said Obiagaeri. They laughed and she said, "Or the spirit of the forest has taken her as prisoner." They all laughed. The next morning, Chief Nzelu rushed to his Obi, a room where visitors are entertained. His mind was full of worries, anxiety and heartbreak. He said to himself, "Gods of our land, I don't want to lose another soul from my family. Bring her safe and sound for me." He was still saying these prayers when he had a glimpse of Nwaikpa. He ran out to her and thanked the gods for bringing her back safely. As the noise was going on, Obiagaeri and Nwaori came out. To their surprise, they saw Nwaikpa all dressed up in royal beads and beautiful clothes, also with golden clay pots. Out of curiosity, Chief Nzelu asked Nwaikpa how she got all these fancy and beautiful clothes. Nwaikpa explained everything to him, and this made Obiagaeri and Nwaori more jealous. To Obiagaeri, all she ever wanted was her daughter Nwaori to be more better than Nwaikpa. All through that day, Obiagaeri was worried. She lost appetite for food. She couldn't sleep. All her thought was how to make Nwaori more prettier than Nwaikpa. She decided to send Nwaori to the stream to get her own beautiful clothes, royal beads and golden clay pots. The following day, at the dawn, she called Nwaori. At that same time, she sent Nwaikpa to the stream. She said to Nwaori, "Take this clay pot and go to the stream and get your own beautiful clothes, royal beads and golden clay pots." Nwaori set off to the stream. As she was going, she was complaining and wondering how Nwaikpa will have beautiful clothes than her. She reached at a place. She saw an old woman who was trying to lift off a bunch of firewood. She laughed at the old woman and rudely said, "You can't even carry this small piece of firewood. What are you even good at?" The old woman begged her to help her carry the firewood, but she said she is too pretty to carry this firewood. The old woman pleaded with her, but Nwaori pushed out the old woman and went her way. To Nwaori, it was taking forever to get to the stream. Finally, she reached the stream and saw an old man who was trying to draw water from the stream. Nwaori was pissed off and she said, "Why can't you old life stay at a place for once?" The old man turned to her and begged her for assistance. But Nwaori said she doesn't have time for any nonsense assist, that she came here to collect her own golden clay pot and beautiful clothes. Now the old man said to her, "The gods of the land, the spirits of the forest, and the goddess of the river have seen how you have treated them all, and here are your rewards." The old man waved in the air, and a clay pot, a silver pot, and a golden clay pot appeared. He asked Nwaori to choose one. Out of greed, she ran and carried the golden clay pot. And the old man said to Nwaori, "Inside this pot lies your reward. Make sure you open it when you reach your destination." Nwaori was happy and she left. As she was approaching their home, she was calling her mom. "Mama, Mama, your daughter is back oh, I have made it." Obiagaeri saw Nwaori and jumped up. Out of excitement, she said, "All the good things in life must be for Nwaori and Nwaori alone." So Nwaori opened the pot. Inside the pot came out all kinds of wild animal, incense. The incense bit Obiagaeri and Nwaori and they fell to the ground. They were shouting for help, and people around started coming close, both Nzelu and Nwaikpa. But the mysterious thing was nobody was seeing the wild animal nor the insect. The pain and the fear made Obiagaeri to confess to Nwaikpa and Nzelu and to the villagers that she was responsible for the demise of Isiaku. When she said that, everyone was surprised, and she continued that she did it out of jealousy and hatred. On hearing this, Nwaikpa wept uncontrollably. Gradually, Obiagaeri and Nwode gave up a ghost. The village forbid them and cast their body into the valley. Everything that has a beginning has an end. That was how Obiagaeri and Nwode lost their lives due to hatred and jealousy.